Good morning, everybody, and welcome to Mile High Living. I'm Gina Bellich. If your clothes are feeling a bit more snug these days, don't be discouraged. Start now with an inch loss plan that will help with even the most stubborn areas. And Carbon Rushka, Cool Sculpting Specialist from MD Body and Med Spa, is here with all the details. Let's start off. First of all, Carmen, you guys are open, right?
Yes, that's right.
You're open for business.
Yes.
What kind of things are you doing so that everyone is safe, not just your employees, but the people coming in as well?
So we're definitely spacing people out. So we want to make sure that everybody feels comfortable and safe. It gives us plenty of time to also sanitize between each client. And we're making sure that when we do schedule them, no one's really crossing any paths in the lobby. So that makes it for a much safer environment for us as well as our clients.
All right, let's talk about Cool Sculpting. I know I can speak from experience. There's been a few that the pants can be a little tight at times. I feel like from just sitting at home
Yes.
for so long indulging. Talk about Cool Sculpting and why it's a really good option for people right now.
Cool Sculpting is a great option because one, it's permanent, which makes it really exciting. It's a way for you, if you have those stubborn areas, you know, you're not morbidly obese, but you've got those spots that you just can't get rid of. And especially with the COVID situation right now, we all got to stay at home and eat. It's a wonderful way to get rid of that little extra area that makes it hard for you to put on your clothes, and maybe you don't want to put on your old clothes.
I've deemed the universal area of excess to be the belly. I feel like no matter who you are, young, old, male, female, that seems to be the one spot that we gather it, right? And this is a perfect option for that.
Absolutely. We see the most amazing results, as you can see on the screen right there, the most amazing results with the abdomen. And yes, you're right, it is across the board, men and women, ages 18 to 80, we get abdomen requests.
Well, you talk about that men, women, and the different age groups. Who really is a good candidate for this?
Really, it's anyone who, you know, there are some medical issues that we need to be concerned about, but in general, it's really anybody from the age of 18 to 80 that has that little stubborn spot. Again, you can't be extremely overweight because we want to be able to target the subcutaneous fat. So just a small portion, be able to attack that volume and kill it and get it flushed out of your system. So but there's so many different options for people. We would really just ask you to come in for consultation.
That's the way. And you have lots of happy clients who've done this. Let's listen to one of them.
Sure.
Through my diet, I could control my weight, but there were always those stubborn spots that I just couldn't get to go away. And when I saw the ad and I knew that it was non-invasive and that the downtime was going to be nothing, I wanted to investigate. And so I gave them a call and went in for a consultation. During that consultation, I worked with Tina, and we talked about the areas of my body that I wasn't happy with and what was going to be within her power to fix. And so I was really excited by that and made an appointment.
Now, you guys use something a little different than other people. You have a Soundwave, a tool called the Soundwave. How does that work and in conjunction with Cool Sculpting?
So that's a slim spec, and what that is basically, it is Soundwave. So typically at any other location, you would be getting manual massage to break down the frozen fat cells that we have just finished treating. Now, that can be a very painful experience. It's usually a very expensive upgrade, and we're offering it right now for free. So it really is a much more comfortable, there it is right there, a much more comfortable experience. It breaks up the fat so it gets flushed out of your system sooner.
All right, so that's a perfect example right there of what we're just seeing there. Another area that I always love talking about, especially this time of year, is under the arms. Now, we women know what this is all about. I don't feel like men have this same bicep problem that we do, but it is something that works really well through Cool Sculpting.
Absolutely. Look at the results that we see on that. I mean, really, there are so many wonderful areas that you can treat, and I don't know why, as women get older, that's where it hits us.
I know, maybe because we're not picking up our kids as much as, you know, and heavy lifting of all that stuff. One thing though, speaking of men, is that they do really well with this too. It's not just for ladies, it's also for men.
Absolutely. I think anybody who's going to dismiss the idea that men want to look great, you know, that's ridiculous. We get a lot of men that come in there, they have those little stubborn areas and they want to take off their shirt and show themselves off. Look at the results on this gentleman.
I know, we always talk about the fact that usually the results and the befores and after on men are so much better than with women. They come in there, well, you know, and they're done and it's like, oh, that's nice.
Totally unfair on every level.
I know, but I'm so glad it works too. It's one of those things. Now, another area is this under the chin area, and this is something that you could have had this your whole life, whether you're young, old, something like that. And Cool Sculpting works under here too, right? Absolutely.
We found that it actually helps also with skin laxity right here as well. So it takes out the fat, and actually normally, you know, it wouldn't be looser, it would pull up nice and tight. So we see amazing results, as you can see right there with your neck.
Yeah, you know, one of the things that I think a lot of people don't realize is that, you know, as we age, we can't really control where the fat wants to kind of hang on to, you know, and this is a perfect example of ways to deal with it. And, you know, be ready for summer.
Absolutely.
And we're already halfway through almost.
I know.
All right, Carmen, thank you so much for being here. We truly appreciate it. And let's remind everyone that right now it's the Make Your Re-Entrance special. And for the first 15 callers, you will get $500 off 4 or more Coolsculpting cycles and 4 laser lipo treatments. Now that is a $1,050 value. All you have to do is call the Westminster location at 303-466-0100 or the Greenwood Village location at 303-220-1100. You can also visit freezefatdenver.com. MD Body and Med Spa paid for today's segment, and we'll be right back.